The boy was ready to make a risky decision in order to pick up his sneakers that had fallen on a power line. At night, he woke up quietly from his bed and suddenly woke up his sleeping friend and went outside to a power pole. The boy then managed to climb a nearby tree with the help of his friend's hands, in order to get his hands on the sneakers worn by the star. He reached out to the edge of the tree, desperately trying to get his hands on them. But then the storm suddenly got worse and he could only try to stabilize his weight, which was about to go out of control. And then he grabbed at the right moment. He thought he had it in the bag. But just as he was about to reach his sneakers, a bolt of lightning struck them along a power line, leaving him unharmed. The next day, Kevin went to the reservation window to pick up his Cavaliers tickets as if nothing had happened. The next day, Kevin went to the reservation window to pick up his Cavaliers tickets as if nothing had happened, when his nemesis saw him and told him to report him. Then during the Cavaliers' end-of-game show, he was accidentally drawn to play against the Cavaliers star of the game. At first, everyone didn't think much of him, but Kevin won over the crowd with a series of unbelievable performances. The owner of the Cavaliers approached the director of the orphanage and offered to sign Kevin to play for the Cavaliers for a very high price. The director of the orphanage was instantly impressed, but he was still serious, saying that as Kevin's current guardian, I had to make sure that no one took advantage of him. But then the Cavaliers owner's money was on the line, and the dean quickly fell in line and agreed with a smile on his face. And so it was that at the tender age of 13, 6'3", Kevin joined the Cavaliers. However, the team's boss, Tracy, didn't seem to like Kevin. After all, Kevin had humiliated him in a previous one-on-one fight. Then the boss came over and handed Kevin his Cavaliers uniform and said, "You'll be able to change out of your old shoes and put on these new shirts and pants." Then in the Cavaliers game against the Spurs, the coach put Kevin, the strongest player, on the bench because he hadn't seen him play, so the coach didn't trust him. Kevin thought he had no chance to play, but when the score of the two teams were constantly being increased, the coach could not help but call a timeout to prepare for a tactical arrangement. At this time, Kevin took the initiative to propose the use of a two-pass and run game. After Kevin explained in detail, the coach thought it was a good idea and decided to adopt it. But some people did not want to implement the tactics designed by this kid, so the coach asked Kevin to carry out the tactics and go on the court to shoot the ball. However, after Kevin got on the court, he was embarrassed to realize that he didn't wear the magic shoes, so he could only desperately flick the ball to his teammates and keep passing the ball. Kevin had no choice but to call a timeout and run back to the locker room on the pretext of going to the restroom.